The San Diego Prep Insiders podcast is powered by Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Well, we're at Canyon Side Cages, which means there's only one thing that could be possible. Christian, what's going on right now?
I'm about to hit you in the head during batting practice.
Oh, no. Also, we got a baseball podcast because baseball season is back. Dave's Dingers, they're back.
I'm ready. I'm excited.
Sleeping on East Lake, that's back.
Quality analysis about some of the best defense and pitching in the county is back.
And I'm going to be holding a bat all year again, just like last year, because I like holding a bat and it makes me feel important. We're going to have a little bit different podcast this week compared to the rest of the week.
Spring training.
Right, yeah. You want to explain to Christian?
Yeah, so what I think we need to just do is get the rust off a little bit. We've been talking basketball and whatnot for a couple months. You've been building up information for us, so let's do this, guys.
And building a social media empire.
Yes. Low-key branched out and did all of his own podcasting this year. Do check out everything that Canyon Side Cages has to offer. So, guys, the three of us included, I think that let's do this. Let's get to you're going to go over to our Instagram and our Twitter, SD Prep Insider. We'll drop our full preseason top 10, but right now let's just get into the top 5. Give them a little taste. Let's pick maybe a theme for what we're looking at this year. Is it going to be pitching? Is it going to be hitting? And then maybe give out like some pre-game balls just to some plot lines that we're looking at. You want to eeny, meeny, miny, who wants to go first? Who's feeling hotter taker about their top 10?
I think mine's going to.
Okay,
Tommy. Some people, so I'm going to start. I'm going to go from 5 to 1. Can we do that? La Costa Canyon's my number 5 team. I've got Helix at 4. They got some great young guys. They're going to be a really tough team this year. Number 3, I have East Lake. This is the one that I think is going to surprise some people. Pretty much everyone has East Lake at 1. I think East Lake's great. Don't get me wrong. I think East Lake's a great team. They have 2 of those pitchers in San Diego, as we've talked about off camera. But these next 2 teams are really going to be tough. Torrey Pines at number 2, and right across the street, Cathedral Catholic at my number 1 team. They've got 10 guys. We're going to play Division I. That means that there's going to be a guy on the bench who's a Division I prospect. So I can't say that a lot of times. So that's why I got to go with Cathedral first.
Dave?
Well, not if you use the DH, so
right.
Someone can hit. Sure. My top 10 is very different than yours. I've got Torrey Pines at number 5 with the addition of Joey Magrici this year. Going to be a little bit better.
That's nasty.
I got Helix at number 4. I really like how they look going into the season. They're young, but they've got a lot of good players. LCC is looking amazing to start the season here, so I'm going to put that at number 3. I've got East Lake at number 2, Brian Leonhardt. You know, those guys are going to throw some chairs over there this year. And Cathedral, like you said, they're going to be tough to beat this year.
I'll split the difference on you guys. I say that I've got East Lake 1, Cathedral at 2, Torrey 3, LCC 4, San Marcos 5. I think that it's going to be a very different look for San Marcos this year, but still a very quality team. Let us know what you think. Obviously, Helix not being number 1, we look forward to the entire fan base there picking against us. East Lake, Cathedral, tons and tons of talent. What are maybe a team or two that isn't in that top right now that you could say, yo, I just want to be early in on the bandwagon there?
Can I go first?
Yes, please.
I'm going to go with Ramona.
Okay.
Tristan Stacy, we saw him on the football field. He's going to be a baseball player in college, so he's a great baseball player as well. They had a great season last year. They returned a lot of players. Again, they're one of these schools, kind of far away from everybody else. They get lost in the shuffle. I have them, if I were to make a top 10, I'd put them around 7 right now. And I know a lot of people didn't have them in the top 10, but Ramona's a team to watch out for.
Yeah, they've got some sluggers this year. A team that's definitely not on most people's radar is Bonita Vista. I think they've got a really strong chance to sneak up on a lot of teams this year with Nate Nankill, DiMaggio Cazares. These guys are looking poised after playing a lot of tough games last year.
By the way, do you think DiMaggio's parents had any sort of idea what he would be doing when he was older?
I think they're baseball fans. I've definitely got San Marcos on the radar, RB. One of the teams that I'm really high on this year is Madison. Madison is going to play some strong baseball again. They seem to just, no matter what.
It's going to be a different brand of baseball, though, for Madison, not having a distinct Kevin Abel level ace. They're going to be a little bit more diversified.
Definitely. Yeah, they've got a guy by the name of James Shimashita that's going to carry the load a little bit, might close some games out. I think they've got a chance to really do some damage again.
I will throw in 2 teams into that mix. Point Loma. They got a U of A commit and just a lot of talent that somewhat gets swept into some league losses. They remind me a lot of SFC in basketball, where they take league loss, but then when you really look at it, you're like, oh man, they are losing to some of the best teams in the county. Other team I'm going to say, Chula Vista. They won a CIF championship last year on pitching and defense. I love a team that can get that done and force the other team to beat them or to beat themselves. So, like I said, this is not the top 10 sleepers. This is just in general who's going to be making some noise.
Definitely.
Speaking of making some noise, this year, over what we've ever seen in the last 5 years in terms of commits and Division I talent this year. Between the two upper classes, 150 plus Division I kids with scholarships. Sophomore classes at Cathedral and Helix are huge. Like this, we are going into a very, very good couple years of baseball. Guys, just talk about what kind of excitement level that gives you.
It's amazing to see how many guys are committing early these days, too. I've got a few freshmen that have committed. I think it's great for the game, you know, to kind of give an extra level and excitement for these kids, to kind of look forward to something, to work hard for something. It's really, to me, it's good for the game, and it's really providing a lot of these kids with an avenue to kind of, you know, get a chance to see schools early and pick and choose kind of where they want to end up. So I think it's really cool.
You know, I'll say this too. Again, I love all the other sports too, but baseball more than anything down here in San Diego. You get these overwhelming numbers of kids going to play Division I. It's incredible. Baseball's really kind of, you know, this is the hotbed of baseball right here. Orange County, San Diego, Arizona, Florida, Texas. That's where you got to go find baseball players. So go out to some games. You're going to see some kids you're going to see playing. Probably a lot of these kids are going to get drafted anyway. You're going to hear their names when the Major League Baseball draft comes around. So great opportunity to get them young, to watch them young.
And we want to know where you want us to go out. Tweet at us, Instagram us, anything like that. The show is at SD Prep Insider. Like I said, jump over to our accounts to see our top 10s today. Where can they find you?
They can find me at DavidRing4 at Twitter and on Instagram at Canyonside Cages.
Real Tommy Morris for both Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
I'm Mr. CPED. I'll say this, with games coming up, we've got the Boris Classic, we've got the Lions Tournament. All of that will be going on in the next couple weeks. We'll be back every single Tuesday with a fresh new podcast. Dave's Dingers will be debuting our soft toss segment later this year. Got a lot of stuff coming to you. As always, though, we need your help. Let us know who we're sleeping on, where we need to be, who's committing, who's going where. We need your help, San Diego, to make this the best possible podcast. Guys, any closing notes?
Yeah, I want to say this. You talk about the early season tournaments, you talk Lions, Boris, those kind of things. Root for your fellow San Diego teams. I know there's a lot of rivalries here, but this is a great opportunity for this area specifically to prove themselves and have done a great job in tournaments in the past. So kind of root for your enemies when the season starts. Preseason, root for them.
Hey, all the best to you guys this year. I think it's going to be a very interesting year to see, you know, the top 10 that I have to start the year.
It's going to be in shambles in 3 weeks.
It's going to be very different. So, hey, good luck to all you guys in the tournaments, and come check us out here at Canyonside Cages.
We'll be back in a week, folks. Thank you very much, and go watch some baseball. You cannot go wrong with it.